When I refused to let my golden child sister move into my apartment, my parents confronted me in my work parking lot and beat me, warning me to comply or be dead to the family, so I pressed charges and watched the whole family go nuclear. A few months later, a jury convicted them. My sister tried to turn it into content, and it blew up in her face. I'm Casey, 28, my sister is 24, and my parents treated her like the only child who mattered. At 12, I asked for piano lessons. We can't afford that, my mom said. 3 months later, my sister mentioned horseback riding, and suddenly, we could. In high school, I worked part-time for my own stuff and saved for college. For her 16th birthday, she got a brand new customized car. You should be grateful, my dad told me. We raised you to be independent. Yeah, they raised me to be convenient. By 25, I had a one-bedroom apartment I paid for myself. My sister still lived with them, bouncing between toxic jobs and new passions my parents funded. I kept my distance and showed up for the occasional dinner, mostly to prove I was still nice. Then my mom invited me over and hit me with a sales pitch. My sister's newest dream was being a wellness influencer, and their suburban house wasn't on brand. She needed my apartment for 6 months. It'll be good for you two to bond, my mom said, and you won't stand in her way, my dad added. I set my fork down. No, my sister snapped her phone up like a weapon. You're jealous. You're bitter. You always hated me. My dad leaned forward. After everything we've done for you, you owe us this. I told them I owed them exactly what they gave me. Nothing. Then I walked out and blocked everyone. 3 days later, I walked out of work after dark and saw my parents' SUV near my car. They got out fast, like they'd been waiting. We need to talk, my dad said. There's nothing to talk about, I said. My answer is still no. My mom started crying and preaching about family loyalty. I didn't scream. I just listed the pattern piano lessons denied, her expensive hobbies approved, my jobs, her freebies. My dad's face went tight and he stepped into my space. I tried to go around them to my door. He grabbed my arm, hard. My mom grabbed the other one, like she was helping him. Then my dad leaned in and hissed, "You'll do what we say, or you're dead to this family." After that, the world went slow. First, he yanked me back and my keys hit the asphalt. Next, he shook me until my teeth clicked. Then, my shoulders slammed into my car. After that, he shoved me and I hit the pavement. Next, his boot hit my ribs and my breath vanished. Then, he kicked again, lower, like he meant it. After that, I heard my mom sobbing and still holding me. Coworkers ran out when they heard me screaming. Someone called 911. The cops photographed my bruises and scraped hands, and an officer asked if I wanted to press charges. My parents looked at me like I was the problem. Yes, I said. They got arrested right there. My dad spat. You're destroying this family. I watched them get put into separate cars and didn't say a word. After that, they tried to spin it. My sister posted tearful videos about innocent parents and started a fundraiser. Relatives called to guilt me into dropping charges. Family forgives, my aunt said. Would you forgive someone who kicked you on the ground? I asked. She called me dramatic anyway, so I blocked her too. In court, dramatic didn't matter. 3 witnesses saw my dad kick me while I was down. The photos backed it up. A jury found both my parents guilty, and the judge gave them jail time plus a 5-year restraining order. My sister went nuclear. She flooded my company's pages trying to get me fired. My boss contacted my lawyer, read the court records, and told me, "You're fine." She's not. A journalist pulled the transcripts and wrote what actually happened, and suddenly her comments filled with one question. Why did a 2-4-year-old need to be forced into my apartment? She still wouldn't stop. She made fake accounts and sent threats until police traced it back to her. She got arrested for violating the restraining order, and her brand turned into a mugshot. Now my parents are out with criminal records, busted finances, and no one to bully into fixing it. My sister's influencer dream died on the same word she never learned to accept, no. Meanwhile, I got promoted, moved somewhere safer, and built a life with people who don't treat love like leverage. So tell me, if your parents attacked you for saying no, would you press charges too? Or would you cave and let your sister move in? Drop your take in the comments.